Today's podcast is sponsored by Manscaped.
Check out their Ultra Premium Collection. It's a cleaning routine for more than just your balls. The kit has you fully covered head to toe.
And when you feel clean, you feel confident, like me, the baddest man around.
The Ultra Premium Collection includes Manscaped's deodorant for your armpits.
It also includes a hydrating body spray if you have tattoos or dry skin. There's body wash and it's a 2-in-1 shampoo as well.
All products are cruelty, paraben, and dye-free. Clean yourself off after a hard workout like I do with the Ultra Premium Collection.
You'll be smelling great all day long. Also, don't forget the flagship Manscaped Lawn Mower 4.0.
Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code HOTBOXIN at manscaped.com.
Again, that's 20% off free shipping with the code HOTBOXIN at manscaped.com. Being a badass now comes in a bottle thanks to Manscaped.
Yes, sir.
So what happened is, I first got locked up, and I wound up spending 5 years in the juvenile system.
Okay.
That was fun though. You got your cookies and shit at night.
You get 3 meals, and then at night you get a snack.
Yeah! So no. This is what they don't know. No.
Hold up.
Oh,
They
shit.
get you used to this shit.
Oh,
They get you liking this shit.
that's
Because what happened is,
crazy.
I don't know if they did it for you.
Institutionalized too.
I don't know if they did it for you back in the day, but like at nighttime, like hour before you ready to bed, you go back to the chow hall. They had the snacks, the juice, the chocolate milks.
it's milk and the cookies.
The chocolate milks they had. No, they had all type of stuff when I was.
No, it's cookie milk.
Nah, that's
Listen,
wicked.
but didn't you do this? Your guys didn't gamble for
All
the
that
snack.
shit, you gamble for the snacks.
Yeah,
I got 5 snacks. You owe me 5.
Y'all owe me 5 snacks, nigga.
Yeah, all that shit. You play cards.
what the fuck?
You play. Listen. You play.
This nigga, y'all don't know what we
You
doing,
play penny pat and all that shit.
God
so you gamble that
damn.
shit off, right? So now the whole time you in there happy, you don't understand that they preparing you for the penitentiary.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm Bash, the co-host, and we got Wallo and Gillie here today.
That's what's up. $1 million worth of game.
$1 million worth of game. They got Jalen Ramsey on.
Yeah, yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Jay.
Absolutely.
Y'all are fire, man.
Thank you.
I really
Who
love
else
what
you had
y'all
on the
doing.
show?
Kevin Durant,
Floyd Mayweather. Young Thug, Kevin Gates, Meek Mills,
Damian Lillard,
Damian Lillard, Kevin
Jason
Garnett,
Tatum,
We had them.
Snoop Dogg. Everybody.
Yeah, and-
everybody.
And their shit different because they like travel to them. Like they,
Yeah, location. That's what I wanted. I want
Fire.
to go on location in France or somewhere, Italy, have some fun and shit. Not stuck in the office all fucking day. All right, so let's talk shit, guys. Come on, man. What the fuck you
Absolutely.
doing,
We
man?
Hotboxing with
Now,
Mike, baby.
We hotboxing with Mike, but Mike, listen. When you saw this fake tough guy and he was on the Instagram, what did you think?
Which one? Who?
This one right here.
I don't know. I thought he wanted to get shot or some shit. He's by himself with his seat talking bad shit like he got 1,000 niggas behind him, but he's by himself.
Yeah. So he
That's
looked
how I
at-
rolled up. Coincidentally, I've been shot a few
been
times.
shot,
Oh,
see?
no shit, nigga. No shit, Sherlock. I know.
He talk a bunch of shit, you know. That's what he
Absolutely.
do, man.
But know what I realized? In my life, when I brought that energy, I brought that heat came behind it, you know? But when I try to do like me now, it doesn't come to me. You know, when you bring it to your energy,
attracts.
the energy. I don't have that energy anymore.
You know, when we was younger, growing up in in North Philadelphia, the streets of North Philly, where we came from, it was just like a certain culture.
I understand. If you
ain't had a right-
Listen, if you ain't shot nobody and somebody took your chain and you ain't come back and shot him, you a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you food now.
Yeah, you fool. Oh,
You on the menu.
I mean, you on the
Yeah.
You're
menu.
part of the menu. That's
So
how this shit goes.
And you don't even want to shoot nobody, but you know if you don't, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Just like the wolves, all of us gonna turn on you.
absolutely.
And we're good people.
Absolutely.
You know, we'll die for this guy, but once he let that happen, we all turn on him like wolves.
That's how that shit be out there, man. It's just crazy, man. You know.
Yeah.
And Wallo, Mike, he went to jail at 17.
Yeah, you put it in.
He did 20 years and then
Yeah.
came home at 37.
Yeah.
No, listen,
Your story,
Listen,
Wallow's
look at a
story's
nigga
crazy.
like this. These guys look like, and no disrespect, you look, you're so homeless and stuff.
I am.
Did y'all work that critique up to be successful? You guys seem so harmless. Don't look at this guy did a day in prison.
No, it's like you grow out of the dumb shit. You know how you go
Yeah.
through that phase when you're young, you just love dumb shit. Because in the ghetto glorify and amplify and they respect dumb shit. And if you ain't bringing that dumb shit, it's like, oh, you a pussy, go to work, be a nut. If you ain't selling no dope, if you ain't shooting nobody, if you ain't doing none of that, and that's what we taught, that's what we educated by. Because you think about it, Mike, when we kids and we in the ghetto and you sitting on the step and you see the dude pull up in the Benz or the Cadillac and he got the nice clothes on, smelling good, the chain, he going to pick up the most beautifulest girl in the neighborhood. So you as a kid, you saying, you looking at him, get her, then you looking at the neighbors in the community, the older ladies, everybody respect this guy. But they don't respect the dude that's coming home from work dirty every day. So you like, I gotta be a street nigga.
Unless you preaching to the choir.
You know what I mean? So that's how that should be.
Choir. Cause know why? Cause none of them little niggas with that chin, nobody fucks with them. I want to be like that. Now.
And for us, you know, now that we older, it's all about giving game to the youth.
That street game is vicious.
It's vicious. It'll fuck you up.
Mm.
It'll fuck you all the way up and have you just like, man, have you in that motherfucking cell or in that graveyard, you know?
And if it's certain situations that you go through and, you know, you don't develop a relationship with God and, you know, start seeing what's the right ways, then you going to end up where you going to end up at.
As I get older, I develop a relationship with God.
Right. Be always honest, when a lot
My
of people
expiration date is coming up soon. So
You trying to make sure the meeting is right.
I'm not trying to buy my way. You know, I have been giving money away lately, but you know, subconsciously I'm trying to buy my way in there too.
Right.
That meeting is a motherfucker.
When you get older, people walk up on you and ask you, how you doing? You start saying shit like, blessed by the best.
You change it.
No.
When you was younger, you never said
you
no
more
shit like that. I'm
conscious.
chilling.
Yeah, every time somebody
Where the weed
says,
at,
glory to
nigga?
God, glory to God, God willing.
He got
all
willing.
about God.
You leave the guy.
Yeah, I'm supposed to think I ain't Mike. I'm scared of all these things. I'm getting ready to die soon, so it's
Right.
coming
Yeah, I'm like,
soon.
fuck
My
that, yeah.
expiration date is coming, so I'm trying to be God friendly, like you know.
Because the reality of it is, how old are you?
26.
26. Just, you know, saying nothing don't happen, you know. I'm 45. He's
55.
55, he's 42. We probably lived half our life already.
Probably 60%.
You know what I'm saying? When you think about it.
Might be 80.
Because
Listen, but-
what's the chances of me living to 90?
As we get older,
I eat fucking Burger King all the time, man.
as we get older,
Chill out.
As
That
we
Burger
get
King been going
older,
crazy.
We go crazy.
No, really. As we get older in the age, we get closer to our past than we do to our future. We get closer to our mother, fathers, and aunts than we do to our children, nieces, and nephews,
Right.
and vice versa. But if they get older, they're closer to us than they are to their own children. And that's how life goes. As you get older, you get closer to your past.
Honestly, going off of what you said, Wallo, your story is amazing. Like,
Let's hear it.
yeah,
Wallo.
so if I just correct me if I'm wrong, you know, obviously, you know, you served your time, then you studied business. You just started studying all types of different revenues of business and stuff like that. Then you ended up becoming like a huge motivational speaker. Start talking at like universities, Penn State, right?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Bunch of them. Blew up on Instagram, blew up on the internet. You and Gillie are obviously cousins, and y'all produced $1 million worth of game, and
Yes.
now it's just blowing up to what it's done. But can you talk about kind of your experience and why you were in the pen? Like, how did that come in your mind? Like, I feel like it's easy to kind of like succumb to your circumstances, right?
Yeah. I actually spent more time in institutions in my life than I did free. I first got locked up June 30th, 1990. I was
My
11 years
birthday.
old. I first got locked up, mine's June 21st.
Cancer ass nigga.
That's why we warriors. That's why we winners. But that's another story. So,
Yeah, Mike's a warrior.
No.
fuck you mean? I'm a warrior.
No, we want people to see that we're warriors. More than
like that.
being, we want people to see that we're warriors.
Right. But you was really a warrior.
No.
He ain't a warrior.
I want nigga. We
Like,
know.
I seen you.
No, I
Mike.
know. And I project that to them. I want them to see and feel that I'm a warrior, but not necessarily that I am.
Yeah, but I seen you. I witnessed personally when you knocked Trevor Burbick out. I'm talking about this weed right here is hitting like how you was hitting when. Remember when Trevor Burbick went down and then got up and then went down again and then
Yeah,
got up and
but
then
in
went.
all reality, that's fleeting. It's gone. can never get it back.
No, you can't.
So I'm here with you, and you're my future now.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was my past.
But your past is what make you who you are today.
Our past can't dictate our future, so it
Not
doesn't
at
make
all.
me who I am today.
You know what happened?
Only if it dictated my future, I'm this way because of my past, then my past will win. My past shouldn't be able to beat me.
That's deep.
I should be able to enter my past as I die, but it shouldn't be able to have any control of me while I'm living life.
So what happened is, you know, I first got locked up, and I wound up spending 5 years in the juvenile system.
Okay.
That was fun though. You got your cookies and shit at night.
You get 3 meals, and then at night you get a snack.
Yeah. So you know, no. This is what they don't know. No.
Hold up,
Oh
they
shit.
get you used to this shit. They get you liking this shit.
that's
Because what happened is,
crazy.
I don't know if they did it for you.
Institutionalized too.
I don't know if they did it for you back in the day, but like at nighttime, like hour before you ready to bed, you go back to the chow hall. They had the snacks, the juice, the chocolate milks.
it's
What?
milk and the cookies.
The
right?
chocolate milks. They had all type of stuff when I was because I
No,
was
it's cookie milk.
Nah, that's
Listen,
wicked.
but didn't you do this? Your guys didn't
different.
gamble for
all
the
that
snack.
shit. You gamble for the snacks. I got 5 snacks. You owe me 5.
Y'all throwing
You
that-
owe me
y'all playing
5.
crack,
Yeah, all that shit. You play cards.
what the fuck?
You play. Listen. You play.
They gotta know what we
You play
doing,
pity
man.
pat and all that shit.
God
so you gamble that shit
damn.
off, right? So now the whole time you in there happy,
Yeah.
you don't understand that they preparing you for the penitentiary because you getting used, and this shit is normal to you. It's becoming normal to you.
Yeah.
It's becoming normal to you because you just like, oh shit, it's cool. I don't care. I go back to the
Yeah.
juvie joint. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you getting
so when
free
you go home, you get a case again. You go back down there. You always got like, it's always like an older woman or somebody there that treats you like you they son. As soon as you get back in, as soon as you come back in, Mr. Brown be like, you back again, boy? And you be like, yeah, Miss Brown. She make sure you hook you up. That's how that shit be. But I kept going to juvenile facility, but I spent 5 years in and out. And then when I turned 17, I got locked up for 2 armed robberies and 2 firearm violations. Got a total of 19 and a half to 52 years.
Okay.
And I went in there, and my alarm clock came on during the journey of like, yo, man, there's more to life than this shit. Because I'm in there, I'm going in there, and I always used to be around the OGs, dudes. Like a lot of dudes that I was around, they got 30, 40 years in prison.
Yeah.
Older dudes from, you know, Black Mafia, Philadelphia, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I just used to sit around them and soak life up and just try to, you know, listen. I listened more than I talked, and I learned a lot. But I realized that it was more to me to life than doing some street shit. Because this jail shit, I'm seeing people die.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people, you know, they can't be out there to take care of their kids and all that shit. Their mothers deteriorating.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, man, it's more to life than this shit. And I just started educating myself and then reading more. Like, I didn't know how to read and none of that. But I learned in juvie how to read because I wanted to read the Eazy-E magazine. And I went over to the school building. I was like, yo, can I? Because before then, I used to go to school when they used to make it, and every time it was my turn to read, I'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But the teacher caught me one day, and I was embarrassed, so I stopped like going. Then when I wanted to learn, I learned, and I just started reading when I got to the penitentiary, and it opened my mind up. It was my way to explore the world, because the only thing I knew was the ghetto. But reading and watching stuff in jail, like Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, Parts Unknown, I was able to travel the world through my imagination.
For sure.
And that's what really helped me, you know?
That's amazing. Yeah. I read something about you using Google a lot, or how Google became your best.
No, what happened was a young guy, because when people used to come to prison, if I knew Mike, you know what I mean, and his son came to prison, he'd be like, yo, go see Wallo. And I see, he'd be like, yeah, Mike, my dad. I'd be like, damn, what's up, young? Give him they set up, some commissary, some cosmetics, shit like that. But I would always interrogate him because I was fascinated with the free world. Because when you go to prison, you're trapped in a world that don't exist no more. So when a young cat would come, I'd interrogate him for days. I'd be like, yo, what's this? What's that? And they'd just be telling me shit about what's going on. So when the kid told me about Google, I'm like, what? Because he told me, hey, I could type your name and I find out everything. I said, how the fuck you could type my name and I've been in jail all this time?
Yeah.
That shit don't make no sense. I thought he was lying to me.
No, yeah.
So I would write it down. I would write it down in my book of life. Because I had this thing I still got called the book of life, where everything somebody told me, I'll write it down. Like, I didn't know nothing about relationships and none of that. But people would tell me, I'd be like, okay, so you live with your girl? Yeah, I was living with her. We went on a trip. Where did y'all go? Oh, we went on a trip. Yeah, how much did the plane ride cost? Because it was like,
It was new. It was new.
I'm in jail. I don't know
Yeah, you
nothing.
don't know.
Only thing I knew how to be a criminal and be on some street shit. I didn't know nothing about life. So I would just write it down in the book of life. So when I was in jail, I wound up getting my hand on a hot iPod Touch and a wireless hotspot. So when I'm in my cell, I type the Google shit up.
Yeah.
For the first time, because I'm looking through my book, everything, I type it up. I'm in my cell, I'm high, I got the curtain up. I typed in Google, Google popped up, I dropped the phone. I thought the feds was on me. I said, oh shit, this some scary shit. How do you know my name?
The ops, right?
It was scary. So, you know, And then I just started learning more. I just was in there learning and learning and learning and reading shit, learning and just listening to the OGs. And, you know, cause there was this one old head named Shoes. They said they thought he had cancer, but he wound up having AIDS. And that was my OG. I used to push him around the yard and go run and get his cigarettes, get, you know, certain shit. They told him not to smoke. He'd be like, fuck them, give me a cigarette. Because I go get him from the hospital. You know how they got like a hospital, like they got cells in there? So I'm pushing him around every day. He was an old gangster from Philly. And he told me, I seen him the night before he died, because I didn't even know he was, but he grabbed my arm, and I was talking to him, because we used to be laughing and all this shit, smoking a cigarette in his bed. He said, do me a favor, man. He said, when you get out of jail, live. He said, I never lived my life. I lived for everybody in the hood. I ain't never go nowhere. I ain't never do nothing. I never live. He said, just go out there and live, man, when you get out. Don't come back here.
What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot to me because it
But
was...
what was living? How do you live your life?
No, what he said was, to me, he said, explore. Basically, like, get out there and explore, because he said, I lived my whole life in the ghetto. I went to ghetto jail. He said, I kept going back down the way. He said, the world is bigger than down the way. The world is bigger than your neighborhood. And he said, and I used to be like, I was like, damn, and he just said, man, just please, man, just go see things. Go feel things. Just be free.
It's real.
And I come back the next day, and when I came back the next day, he was gone. And they lied to me, because I came in the hospital, because they always see me coming. They see me walking. They know I'm going to get shoes, take him around the yard, because it's yard time. Take him in the yard, get him, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff. And they was like, oh, he had to go somewhere. He be back. The lady ain't want to tell me. So I came back like 2-3 times, and then I waited till the shift change. And when the shift changed, the nurse was like, oh, he left us last night. I said, well, they took him to the house. Well, they went to another house. Like, what? She was like, she was like, he gone. I was fucked up, because that was like he was somebody that I talked to every day, and, you know, I was so close to him, and he used to tell me all the stories, and it was just, we used to just laugh all day.
Yeah.
But I never forgot what he told me. And when it was my time to come home, I said, I gotta live, you know? I just gotta be free and stop worrying about, you know, fuck what people think. And I just gotta live my life, you know?
It's real.
Because it seemed like my whole life I was operating based off of the opinions of others and what I was supposed to be because of my zip code and my environment. No, you gotta be a real nigga. You gotta be this. And I didn't know that I could be somebody else in that, you know, and shit changed for me.
Man,
My whole life, I looked outside the box. Even when I was getting arrested as a kid, I was outside the box and everything. All the guys that, my juvenile time, 50, 60 years.
Yeah. Everybody went to jail. It seemed like everybody made it to the penitentiary.
That's a brutal life to be involved with. Even if you're not involved, being a parent, being somebody's sister, brother, mother, uncle, dealing with that, you know.
It's crazy.
I really understand that life, man. That's almost, nothing's impossible, but that's close to it, you know. To be what I always call a bad nigga that seen the light.
Yeah, that alarm clock came on when I was in prison.
I really appreciate that fucking alarm.
Yeah, no, it really is.
When we was growing up, we was doing
Major Figgas, yeah, that's us.
we was doing robberies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Wallo always was into rapping. I wasn't into rapping. I was into playing basketball.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
So I actually was in college.
Okay.
You know, I had an apartment with a woman. You know what I mean? I come home from school. I get with cuz. We go do what we do. I go back up to college. You know what I'm saying? So for me,
So you're a smart nigga, huh?
Yeah. He educate like me.
Eloquent type nigga that keeps it in the hood, though.
Yeah. And Wallo said something, one day that he was like, cuz, when you really think about it, like, you was on some crazy shit, like, because you would be up at the college, and I went to a 90-something% white college.
Cabrini University.
You know what I mean? I played basketball there, and you would go up there, they don't have no idea what you do, who you are, you cool with everybody, they love you, and then you leave from there and come right back to the hood, and we go do robberies, and then you leave and go right back up to college. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, keep it a buck. So like doing that, how were you able to do that?
Well, I got kicked out of college because during an armed robbery during the summer, August 22nd, 1996, right before we was about to go back to college, we was in the middle of doing an armed robbery, and one of my homies got killed. And it was on the front of the Daily News, and I got kicked out of college, and then that's really when I started rapping.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And he always rapped. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really grow up rapping.
What's happening here, though? Which one of your...
Yeah, this was one of our videos from back in the day that we dropped. Was #2 rap single in the country. Dropped this in 1999.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, you ghost wrote for Lil Wayne?
I don't really talk about that no more, man. I've been talking about that for like 20 years, man.
But I mean, that's
And
You're a ghostwriter?
It's kind of
that's huge,
kind of
though.
old.
You a ghostwriter? No, that's legendary.
But you that
shit
dude though. What do you mean you that
Mike is
dude?
legendary.
Mike said that shit legendary.
That's
man.
legendary, bro.
Mike
What
said
you
it's legendary.
You know,
Shit,
shout
I'm
out
saying
to
it's
legendary.
listen.
I'm
Shout
saying
out
it's
to all the ghostwriters all across the world who sit around and they write them hot songs and they deliver them to the artists, and because they really get no credit. They get paid, but they get no
It's
credit.
just, listen,
Lil Wayne,
it's this
though,
white
that's-
guy, for me, they call him an invisible man. This guy broke Michael Jackson. Oh, what he can write. No one knows who he is. That's why they call him the invisible man. Bad.
For real? Yo,
yeah.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, Thriller, it's badass. Lady of My Life, he's a cold guy.
Shit.
No one knows who he is.
Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker though.
Yeah,
The invisible man.
Yes.
The invisible man, the myth, the legend. You know what I mean? Hit records he probably wrote, man.
Yeah.
bunch of them mother-
White boy, too.
Bunch of them.
R&B.
unbelievable.
All the shit you
The
heard,
history,
like,
legendary history, R&B, white cat.
don't know whether to laugh or cry. That was the invisible man right now.
For real.
You know, no cap. But that's amazing that you did that too for Wayne. I mean, shit. I mean, that's just as legendary to me.
I
'cause
mean,
he's one of the best rappers ever.
Who one of the best rappers?
I mean, for
Wayne?
for-
One of the
Lil
best.
Wayne's evil. Yeah, he's off the hook.
He's nasty.
He's nasty, bro.
I like Kevin Gates, like the new guys.
Yeah.
Kevin Gates, Rob Wade. Those are the new guys out there that I like. But the old school guys are always Tupac and
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy.
I know you
Yeah, all
love
the Biggie. It's the old school guys. You know what I mean? What's homeboy named Keith Murray? Those guys.
Yeah,
Very
that's my shit.
very confrontational rappers. I like very confrontational. LL Cool J. Those guys just get in your fucking face.
Who is
They
your
don't do that too much now. A lot of people got killed over that stuff, but everybody pretty respectful now. So these other young guys, but who shot Little Bootsy up and killed his boy Mo P.
yeah.
I interviewed Mo P and him before.
Mo 3?
Mo3, right? Mo3.
Yeah, Mo3 was hot too.
He
He's
talented.
a nice guy.
That's
He's
the singing like
talent.
never.
a nice person. Just think that there's somebody out there that wants to kill him.
I mean, you know, a lot of these youngins be beefing in the streets, man, and I really don't be understanding it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you'll get rappers that you make it to a certain level when you gotta understand that that's a blessing. That's a blessing because everybody rap. Everybody play basketball. Everybody play football.
You don't look at it like that.
You feel what I'm saying? So when God put a blessing on you to lift you up amongst everybody and help you get out the ghetto, for you to make it and then still want to act like you in the same conditions that you was in when it's just be unbelievable to me. And it'd be like,
Hey.
youngers, y'all got too much to live for.
People
man.
taught them how to make money. People didn't take how they exist. I could die for somebody I love. I can't live for them. He has to live his own life.
Right. When we was coming up, though, a lot that helped me change was when, you know, shout out to Tony Draper. You know, he gave me my advance money when I signed the Suave House, my first advance money. And I was like, damn, I really could do this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gave you that.
So now,
Yeah.
armed robberies and that type of, that's not even,
Yeah.
because it's like, wait, hold on. I got a chance to make money off of doing this. I'm really seeing money off of rapping.
Yeah.
I don't want shit to do with the streets. I'm good.
That's
I'm
facts.
like,
So that was kind of your light bulb
Yeah, that
click
was
when
kinda
that
my
your moment.
mentality
And
was-
then Wallo was in jail at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's when that clicked. Wow.
Wallo was in jail when that video came out.
Okay. So, damn.
And he came up with the name because Wallo was in the rap. I wasn't in the rap. So when Wallo came to me on the rap shit, I was like, man, you tripping, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to go rob these motherfuckers, man. What the fuck is you talking about, man?
Yeah.
But he used to be, like, real passionate about that shit. Like, cuz motherfuckers out here making real money off this shit. You gotta understand, he 3 years younger than me. So I might be 17 and he 14 and he telling me this shit. But even at 14, 15, you wouldn't have never thought Wallo was that young.
Yeah.
Because Wallo got a tattoo on his neck, you know, FBTM, fuck bitches, take money. Wasn't no 14, 15-year-old kid running around with no tattoo on their neck. Talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was always tall. Everybody he hung with was
Wear some
older. So,
handkerchief,
you know what I mean?
man.
You would have never thought Wallo was,
Yeah.
you know, really into that. But, you know, he was really passionate about that music shit.
See, a guy like you could be the first, like, you could start interviewing your friends in prison. Stuff like that. You can have the world hear his problems, hear his case out. You can help people like that, too.
I like that.
Imagine you can go in there and talk to them niggas, the junior black mafia niggas, and help them, give them a platform for people to see who they really are. Instead of the stigma, you know.
And you can connect with some of your old
That's
friends.
what gets us in trouble.
Ricky
Our
Minaj.
stigma, a persona.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's good shit.
So obviously, y'all did it with Barstool. How did that come about? Now I feel like that was a huge power move too by y'all. But also y'all do everything
We own our
yourself.
shit.
You own your
shoot
own
all
shit.
Our own shit.
Yeah.
What happened was we was just doing our thing independently, and we was on #1 on the charts a lot. And Spotify came to us. They was going back and forth with Spotify. Then Barstool came, and it made sense to us.
Any company you want to buy a percentage of your
No, we wasn't going.
stock?
We didn't want to give it away.
Yeah.
So we said we gonna keep ownership of our company and just partner up with them. So it was like we just gonna get with somebody that really got partnerships with brands and all.
Yeah.
And that's what we did, and it was just great. You know, it was a great place to be. You know, it's like they understand what we doing. They stay out of our way. You know what I mean? And we get busy.
Yeah. That's big. I feel like that's the biggest thing, having that ownership. You feel me? Especially as black men. Well, that's huge. That's huge because you're always gonna try to take some and try to give you a little some. I know how it is in those deals and stuff like that. How they try to give you an advance, but you really don't own anything or something like that. So it's just dope to see y'all owning that shit and just running with it, keep killing it, man.
And the people that get the advance, they just don't want to do this shit. They don't want to run a company. You know, this real work.
Yes,
Real work.
it is.
And I really enjoy getting, setting the cameras up, setting the mics up, traveling, going to different cities,
Yeah.
taking a conference room, turning it into a studio
No,
real
for
quick,
sure.
5 minutes. So, that's what I really like.
Right.
I really like, setting up the mics, and I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that I enjoy to do, and seeing it done when it's finished, it's edited up,
Yeah.
and we put, upload, and it come on Premiere, and that show come out, and people love it. So,
What was your favorite episode? Your favorite interview?
I mean, I'm a sports guy, so probably, Kevin Durant or Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Because I'm a sports guy, you know what I mean? But my favorite episode is about to be with Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Both of you, what are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of, one of my biggest things, I'm afraid of getting killed by a black man.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of being in a ghetto and somebody knock me out, take me out of here just because of because I don't fuck with nobody, just because of, they don't know, right? They don't know what's going on in their life and they just knock me off. I don't care about too much shit, but that's one of my biggest fears, and probably dying alone, dying by myself, like no family, no, shit like that.
How about you, brother?
My biggest fear probably ain't death, it's probably dying slow.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like of cancer.
Oh,
or,
sickness.
You know what I
Sickness,
mean? Where
okay.
it just, you know what I mean? You got to sit there and deteriorate, and your family got to watch you, and that's probably my only fear.
What about you, Mike?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Being homeless, living in the streets again. Going back to Brownsville scares me.
Yeah. Mine would probably be just failing. Just failing. Doing what I'm doing, and the next thing you know,
I'm not afraid
I
of
lose it all.
Brownsville, but just the fact that I'm back.
I totally understand that.
But I always look at everything that's a blessing too.
You know, for me, you know, the wake up is the win. You know, if I woke
Every
up this
day.
morning and I'm healthy,
win.
man,
It's a
that's a
big
win.
win.
If you win the morning, you win the day.
Yes.
Gillie, so so I remember I saw a video that went viral of you supporting. Shout out to
Didn't you
Deion
get somebody in the
Sanders.
story for?
Deion Sanders. You were at the university
Yes.
cheering them on.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
And that boy scored a touchdown. I don't know who it was, what player it was exactly. Shout out to him though. And you celebrated with him in the end zone. Can you talk about that moment?
Well, when we got there, you know, they told us, you know,
You
stay
partying
behind.
in Deion Sanders?
Yeah, we went down to Jackson State.
Jackson
You know,
State.
we go down there and we support the you know, Jackson State, you know, and support Deion.
I
That's
keep
our
forgetting
guy.
it's a college nigga. Go ahead.
You know, so we go down there and they tell us, you know, you got to stay behind the white line. You know, we dress like the coaches. You see us, you know, and it's a fumble. He picked the ball up. As you see how they had it on Sports Center. As you see, I'm running down. I never come past the white line.
Never, but
I'm
you
running down the sideline.
stride for
Come on,
stride.
stride for stride with the player. Let's go. Let's
What game
go.
is this?
Let's go. This was Jackson
Jackson
State
State.
football game versus somebody.
I don't know
forget
who
it
it
Jackson
was.
State's like the really dominant black school.
Yes, HBCU. Yeah.
Sanders coaching.
Deion Sanders coaches
Okay,
for them
cool.
now.
Yeah, so we run down parallel to the end zone together. When he scores, I say, "Yeah, youngin." He threw me the
ball?
football. Like,
like-
so as he threw me the football and I caught it, Mike, I only know how to do one thing. I see Tom Brady give his offensive lineman the football. They spiked the shit.
Yes, sir.
So I spiked it in the end zone and got a penalty. And
He's
On
the side.
national
Mike,
TV.
So Mike, he come to me, I'm like, yo, what the fuck did you just do that for? He tell me something, he gave me the ball. I said, cuz, you threw the ball in the end zone, you're not playing. Why would you? No, he gave me the ball, so it was supposed. I said, this motherfucker. I'm like,
the next thing you know, the ref said,
Deion don't even know what happened.
15-yard penalty on Jackson State's bench.
Deion said never come back again.
No, he suspended me for 4 games. He said he
suspended me
can't come
for
down there
4
for 4
games.
games. Shit was crazy, man.
But I went back, though, to the bowl game after my 4-game suspension. So shout out to Coach Prime.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Prime. Who's your favorite Philly boxers? Like, what's that? You know?
Ennis is the new big
you
shot.
gotta definitely
Garcia,
give
Danny
Bernard.
Garcia.
You gotta give Bernard. You gotta give Danny. You
But
gotta
Bernard's not fighting no more.
Yeah.
He's just a legendary
but
fighter.
you know you gotta shout them out first and foremost because they from the city.
Yeah.
But right now is a kid named Stephen Fulton Jr.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He has 2 belts at 122 pounds.
Cool boy
What's his
Steph.
name?
Cool boy Steph.
Cool boy Steph.
He got 2 belts.
Yes, sir.
Unified champion right now.
100 and what pound?
122.
Okay.
And it's a kid
But
named
listen,
Jerron Boots Ennis.
Yeah, he's bad
Ooh.
too.
He's a monster.
The future of boxing. Remember I told you guys that them 2 kids
Okay.
You believe that?
are the future.
got-
Yes.
I think my brother-in-law, he believes the same thing.
Yes.
I think he needs to be tested a little more.
Who he need to fight?
A guy like him, he needs to fight a guy that, Danny Garcia. He needs to be the championship of Philadelphia. For the welterweight championship of Philadelphia, they need to be in Philadelphia. I held in Vegas because you got to pay that Philly tax. It's going to kill them. So they got to go to Florida, either Vegas, a place where people are going to give you the arena where you won't have to pay for it. That's why they kill. That's why they killing the game in Vegas over there because they giving you the money. They paying you to come there.
Yeah.
Instead of you paying them to fight there. Isn't that incredible?
That's crazy.
Right. One thing I know about that kid though, because I knew him since he was like 12 years
Boots?
old. Yes. He eats, shits, sleeps, dreams, walk, run, boxing. His dad was a professional boxer.
Listen,
Both his
there's
brothers
been
was
people that have
professional
all
boxers.
that stuff and still don't make it.
Yeah.
He didn't make
No, but
it.
he
made
listen.
it because he's who he is.
Yes, he is who he is. Because my son boxed since he was 6 all the way up to 18. So I used to take my son to all the gyms. Everybody in Philly knew. You want some real work? Go down to Bosie's. Go down to that dungeon. No. I don't want to hear you went over here and you got some work. I don't want to hear you went over here and got some work. Go down to that dungeon. Because when you go down to that dungeon, they ain't got shit near that work.
If he take that, why won't they have that fight? That'd be the biggest fight of Philadelphia.
I think the relationship is too close.
Oh, ain't nothing about relationship. We're fighters. We trying to make
Yeah, I
money.
know, but I think the relationship is,
That's not a professional fight. If they had a good relationship, they should fight because they're gonna make each other rich.
That's a good
way.
Let's
Well, I'm not gonna fight you. I have a good relationship. I'm gonna give up $2 million, so I'm not gonna fight you just because I love him. I love you. He don't know when next time he's gonna get a $2 million fight or $1 million fight. Friends help each other make money.
Yes, they do.
So what are y'all favorite moments of Mike in the ring?
I mean, so many of them.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I
Fuck
mean?
you talking about, nigga?
Man, you a goat, nigga. What you mean? What you talking about? You a goat, man. You know what it is.
So many of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like I
just a
brought up
grateful
Trevor
guy,
Bourbon.
grateful,
You know what I mean? I
grateful,
think he became the youngest champion ever.
Crazy.
Man,
You know, can I tell you something? Know what's a new name for ego? Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah, that's a new word for ego.
That's deep.
That is deep.
My legacy. Who the fuck cares about my legacy when I'm dead? What's that about? You want people to still think wonderful about you? Even though when you was alive, you was a prick, but when you're dead, they put statues up for
He
you.
was a dickhead. A lot of dickheads get praised after they die.
A guy could be a piece of shit all his life, and once he died, he becomes a saint. Oh, man, I miss John. But John was a piece of shit. He beat you out of money, never paid you back. Hitting on your wife. John, you really crying for John. A piece of shit.
Yeah, that's funny how that worked, though.
Death make people more, I don't know, death make people sympathetic. That's what it is.
And
That's
you know
the
what?
word, sympathetic.
I did a post on Instagram, remember? When I said, I'm not talking to the white families, because I don't know if y'all do this, but to my black families, remember I said, let's stop the bullshit. Every time a nigga die, we go to the funeral and start lying and shit. He was about to go back to school. No, the fuck he wasn't. Johnny was hustling in the hood.
Boo Boo was slamming that coat.
Really, right?
Yeah,
I mean, keep it real.
Right, Johnny was a piece of shit, but he was our piece of shit.
You know, 100%, nigga.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. Everybody here know Johnny wasn't
ain't
shit.
Johnny was always
Johnny
he was
never.
bullshit.
Johnny owed everybody money.
Everybody.
He owes everybody money.
Right. It should be more of some jokes going on. Like, damn, we ain't want to see Johnny go, but he burnt my mom out of rent money. Remember, he took the envelope with my mom rent money, and people in there laughing like, damn, Johnny was a piece of shit. We love you, Johnny, man. Like,
that's why we didn't pay for your funeral, nigga.
Right. Because you get in there, and you have the reverend saying all this shit that everybody in the crowd know ain't true.
He was an amazing man, a man of God.
The same rollout.
Like Johnny had his problems,
the same.
but he was straightening them out. No, he wasn't. Johnny bought some cocaine last night. He was not straightening it out. He was going deeper and deeper in the hole. Like,
the funeral homes already had a layout of the obituaries. They already got them prepped. They the same. Go grab 4 or 5 obituaries. That shit start off like the same. He went to this school, he did this, he was that, he was extraordinary. What about when he took grandma rent money, man? I left that shit out of there.
Yeah. He beat my ass, took my money, ripped me up, took my chain and shit.
All that shit.
That boy Johnny was wildin'.
Johnny was a motherfucking piece of shit.
For real.
No, but
now he died, he's the angel.
He's the greatest thing that happened in life.
no, but this is actually a good transition. So you kind of talked about it, about, you know, young rappers dying now. Like recently too, has been a good amount of guys passing.
Being assaulted.
Yeah, just being assaulted. Like, it's just crazy shit going on. Like you said, there's so much money to get. Like, what's up? Like, why are we tripping? What do you think it's today's hip hop, or like what is it? Like, what do you think it is that's going
Mike
on?
said it at the beginning. Energy attract energy.
Yeah.
That's what you put out there. If you on this, if I'm a young cat and I'm in the streets of Houston, I'm in the streets of Compton, I'm in the streets of Brownsville, I'm in the streets of Baltimore, and you telling me that you're a tough guy, you a killer, and you that, and your raps, nigga, I'm gonna try you.
No,
we
gonna try you.
We gonna try you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna try. If I'm gonna do, you come through my town,
you.
you doing the show, or if you say some words against me, because most of the time,
You're gonna get tried, yeah.
in the rap game, most people is beefing with people that's not on their level financially or in the position they beefing with Johnny from around the way. Johnny like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to live for. When I see you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta energy match energy. It's about an energy exchange. So if you throwing that shit out there, I love the dumb shit. Oh, dumb shit gonna find you.
Find you.
It's gonna find you. So you gotta be mindful of of the messages you putting out there,
Don't
that
be
energy.
don't be rapping about no shit you shouldn't be rapping about, nigga.
Yeah.
So, hey, look at the camera. Told him that. Don't tell me that. I play ball. I don't. I know that. That's
real.
facts. That's real.
'Cause I'm telling you, that's
So
how
many
it's real.
dead people out here rapping shit they shouldn't be rapping about.
But they never even lived.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, so it's like, and you putting the imagery out there, like, you know, I'm with, and you got a lot of people out there that love.
Yeah, think about
dumb shit.
Biggie and Tupac, they were babies.
Yeah, they was young.
It's
And you never
babies.
think that, you know, how they died so close to now, it's like dying as a rapper is like easy. That's like some regular shit out here, and it's sad.
Yeah.
You know?
It's easy to die, but it's very difficult to live.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I never say anybody that offs themselves to kill. I never say they're weak, because it takes a hell of a person to off themselves. You have
Yeah.
to think about it. Nigga.
Yeah.
Think right now.
You gotta be down, bro.
I'm off my, no, what? Get the fuck out.
No, for real.
That's what it did.
Yeah.
The first time I ever seen Mike was in Philly, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, damn, that's Concrete right there. Legends right
Hey,
there.
man.
There you go, Mike. There they go. These two good brothers right here came from prison, right? And started an advertising agency, right?
Mhm.
And Bragg reached out to me, man, was like, Wallo, we gotta connect, man. And that's what's so great about them, man. They doing some shit that nobody do. Wouldn't you ever think about somebody starting an advertising company outside coming home from the joint? And they really connected, man. And shout out to them always. Concrete, man. You know what I mean? From the West Side, man. West Side.
Hey, come on, let these niggas know who Concrete is. Come over here.
man.
Come over here,
Brother
guys.
right here. You being too humble over here, Bragg. You know what I mean?
All right, put some in the mic. Sit down. Somebody can sit down here. Somebody can sit on the bench.
My brother right here, man.
How you feeling?
Love, brother. Love to see you. Good seeing you, brother. Somebody can sit here. Somebody can sit on the table or something.
Right here, man. Just sit down, man. You cool, man. I mean, act like you wasn't. But no, you know, these brothers,
Y'all come sit next to me.
these brothers always showed me love, right, man? And it's always a great thing. And you know what? They came to Philly to show Mom Ali love. That was major for them to think, Wallo, where you at? We down here. She dropped the book. We all up in there. I'm up in there opening packages. I'm doing whatever, you know, because wherever I go at, wherever, you know, just like y'all, I go to help. I'm just helping people, you know. And then that's when the first time I seen Mike. I'm like, damn, look at Mike. I said, Mike, damn, I thought Mike was like, you know what I mean? Mike just come in here all chilling, lay back, he chill, he don't say too much. I wanted to speak to him, but I'm like, no, Mike looks like he a little too, you know what I mean? I'm here to help Mom. I'm here helping Mom. Fuck all that. I'll speak to him
Nigga was
later.
scared to speak to Mike.
I said, I want to say something to Mike.
So he could still knock me out.
So-
I'm gonna speak from a distance.
Mike.
I had that persona back then.
No, this was when the book dropped. This wasn't back then. This was when the book. You come in there with your wife.
Look, Mike trying to downplay. Yeah, that's when I was young. This was 6 months ago.
This was 6 months ago, bro. You still like you can knock me out, dog.
I'm like, man, I ain't got time to be in here tussling with Mike, man. I learned a couple moves. I was in the boxing gym in jail, so I ain't gonna be in here tussling with fucking Mike, man. Body shot or two, I might be done. So I'm like, damn, I was gonna walk in. I'm like, fuck it, I'm staying over here with Mom and I'm helping her open these books and shit. And I'm in there on duty, so I'm like, I ain't fucking with Mike today. You know what I mean? Because he came in there like, looking around.
I'm sorry.
I said, Mike with the dumb
I'm
shit.
high all the time, man. Yeah, like that. I'm high all the time. I'm high all the time.
I'm like, damn, Mike hard as shit at a book release. He on some Brownsville shit. At a book release, he act like he walking in the prison yard. Like he walking in chow hall. You know how the dudes walking in chow hall?
Right.
Fuck is going on there? He scanning the room. He looking around. Make sure I don't see none of my enemies in here. He sit down and say, oh man, I ain't
Pulled
fucking
up.
checking out for the
I only got friends, nigga.
Yeah, but no. Shout out to these
In my
brothers.
mind, when I'm doing my road work, I'm thinking about fucking up my enemies. Then in reality, who's my enemy? I don't know who I
Yeah, he ain't got no enemies.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it was like, shout out to Concrete. They out here doing extraordinary things. They connecting with big corporate America to try to get ad dollars back into the hood. And that's what it's about. You know, a lot of people sell to us, but they don't use people that's us to sell to us. And they don't give these budgets to the people that's from us. And it's like they out here trying to make the playing field better and educate people, because a lot of times we see commercials, we see ads pop up, and a lot of times them ads that's targeted to us, they're not produced by people that look like us, that understand the language, the energy, they know how to translate why it's necessary we should be dealing with certain things. So they just out here changing the game, man, and doing things, and these brothers was in prison. These brothers come from prison, started an ad agency. You know what I'm saying? You hear about the big ad agencies, Sonny and all these different ones. They here, they on the move, they making shit happen, man. And it's just great that y'all doing what y'all doing, because In the hood, we only look to be rappers, athletes, and shit. So y'all creating a whole new space for the young kids and giving out opportunities for people that's coming back, re-entering society that need a shot. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what it's about, man. And I love y'all for that, man. Much
We
love,
love
man.
y'all, man. Like, for real. When I told you, when I reached out to you, I'm like, yo, we need to be a part. This got to be a part of the push because the nigga built a following from jail. Like, the nigga came home running, like, in the rain, like, all the shit dropping the game.
Yeah.
We was like, no, we got to plug with you. We have to, bro.
And you and like Gil, y'all got the Shaq and Kobe. It's like when the inspiration, the pictures of y'all in the yard.
Oh,
bro,
which one is
comes
me?
up.
Which one is me? I'm Shaq or Kobe.
Oh, shit.
He said,
Here we go.
He's the best ball player in the world.
So we more like Mike and Scotty.
That's no comparison when you put it that way, though.
Yeah, because Mike.
He say I ain't got no money. He say my ball game trash, so he say I got a bullshit basketball game.
Wave
So I
Cap
knew he
Mike
was gonna say
could
that.
hoop, though.
Wave Cap Mike could hoop.
Cat Mike
Cat
the
Mike
hoop,
the
though.
hoop.
Wave Cap Mike could
Fuck
hoop.
the bullshit. In the boxing game, basketball game, it's the game of life at the end of the game that we gotta master.
Yeah.
The game of life.
That's what it's about, man. But I appreciate
When
it.
it's never mastered,
Appreciate you, bro.
but there's nothing wrong with trying, right?
Crash their whole shit,
I love it.
This is beautiful.
And share the
no
platform.
question.
We got brothers here. All of we was all in. Us four was inside of that place.
Listen, and his Selly, my man though.
Yeah.
Mike Selly, my man, bro. Like I love that nigga.
He
man.
loves his mind. Listen, I'm locked up with that. He's the weirdest nigga in the world. He's a fucking neat freak, right? He
Oh,
said-
you know how it is in the cell.
Yeah, and I'm trying to help him. He said, no, you're not
touch
doing it right. He said, no, just leave. I got you. Just get out the cell. And he's just particular. This
Mike,
here,
did
this
he
here.
dry the sink out every time it got wet?
Yes,
Oh.
yes,
No doubt.
In other
yes,
words,
yes.
they get up out of their bed.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's
Had
crazy.
a shine on it,
Oh,
wax on the
man.
floor, all that shit.
And listen, he's a very humble Muslim brother. And one day the guard came into the cell and he had started tossing shit around. That's the only time in 3.5 years I saw him snap. So he's doing 5 years and he has
About
snapped.
themselves, man.
Snapped. Yeah.
He told me this story one time about Mike. Talk about when we get home, we gonna do all this. We gonna have Lambos. Nigga said, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that, nigga. I need you to grab the end of the sheet and help me make this bed up, nigga. Cause the cell inspection coming, nigga.
All of that.
Fuck all that Lambo shit.
Mike, he wasn't about none of that shit. The cell
Make
about
this
Lambo.
bed, nigga.
He said, yeah. But get that side of the bed. Let's make sure we make this bed for Mr. Charlie.
Mr. Charlie. We gotta make this Mr. Charlie.
He did not give a fuck about that.
The Lambos and all that shit, Mr. Charlie time.
But he got it. But he did not care for that moment. He just wanted that bed
That's it.
pristine.
That's it.
That's what it's about, man.
It ain't too bad for some motherfuckers been to prison, huh?
No, it ain't too bad, man. Just out here. Just
It's not too bad, but it could be better
Yes.
for the next generation.
That's what we building towards.
Jail's whole purpose is to break your belief system. It's to break your system. You're an animal almost. And that's his job, to kill you or either make you miserable. They'd rather you be miserable than die, but they're trying to do both.
Gillie, I got a question. So you were telling me about how you played ball at a predominantly white school, right? How'd you balance that shit?
Put that mic to you, Gil. Pull the mic close.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you balance that? How'd you balance that?
You
with
loved it,
obviously being
didn't
from
you? You
Philly?
loved it.
Like, honestly, be honest with the
I'm
experience.
always honest. That's the only thing I know how to, honestly, I feel like me going to a predominantly white college was the best thing I ever did in life.
Why is that?
Because you took a black kid that was straight out the hood. All he knew was black. Everything was black school, all black neighborhood, all black friends, everything. And then when you took me out of that environment and put me in a total different environment, it taught me how to adapt in life around anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it taught me how to be myself around anybody, white, black, blue, brown, orange. It didn't matter. I'm always just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, facts.
So it helped me for the future. You feel what I'm saying? As far as
How do you explain you?
how
You
do
say
I
you're gonna always
explain?
be you. How do you explain that? How do you explain you being you?
I mean, finding out. You know, when you young, you don't really know who you are. You know, you be trying to.
Sometimes I still don't know.
Yeah, you know. But you got a better knowledge and you closer to finding out who you are than you was back then, huh?
I don't know.
Oh,
I learned bigger words from back then, but I'm still really behind on really finding out who the hell I am. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
The words are bigger, but the distance is still the same.
Yes, sir.
That might be the shrooms.
Yeah,
You think so?
it might be.
I forget that I'm looking at it right there. It's beautiful stuff, man. God willing, he continues to make this.
You know, I feel like, you know, it helped me, you know, later down the line that, you know, just be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, as far as being in, like I got friends right now that, you know, that they still live in everything's all black. You know, you take them in a room full of all white people, and it's like they not even themselves.
Yeah, they don't climb up.
You know what I mean? It's like you sitting there,
No,
you walking around
listen.
like, hey, how you doing? My name's Jamal. Nigga, your name Jamal? I didn't even know that bullet head. Your name was Bullet Head since I met you. Like,
Crazy Mike. Your name is Crazy
now we
Mike.
go in a room full of white people, your name Jamal?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm finding out it's their finding out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My boy got 2 aliases.
So for me, you know, I just feel like it helped me get around.
But you know what was special about that you were just saying? They're conscious that they're ignorant. How many people you know is conscious that?
Right. Yep.
So they were special people. They weren't assholes.
Right.
It's a tough thing to do.
And that's a hell of a turn. They conscious that they're ignorant, right? Because you get into an environment that's not your environment, and you don't want to be Bullet Head no more. You want to be Jamal.
I like Bullet Head.
Yeah, I like Bullet Head too, yo. But
He said, I'm just now finding out your name is Jamal.
Oh,
you know in the hood, you don't know niggas' names.
You know what happened?
You might know niggas' names in the hood. He got introduced to you as Mike. Right. Yeah, that's Mike. That's Boo Boo. That's
John.
That's Bullet Head. That's
You find out they're Puerto Rican. Never knew they were Puerto Rican at the
Never know
Dominican
the name
whole
come
life till you got locked up with them.
Right.
Never knew that.
And then it'd be some nice and neat shit.
Yeah, dude, it'd be deep.
You don't know. Then you get locked up with your man, and you like,
Your name is Will.
Jermaine Gutierrez. You like, Jermaine Gutierrez?
Yeah.
Nigga, you Spanish? Yeah, my mom has Spanish.
Espanol?
I'm from the street.
Like, actually, I'm from Nicaragua, but you know, we got different vernacular.
Them street names is different.
Black
man.
is the eighth of spade too, man.
Yeah.
All right, but before we end this, is there anything
What make
you
you
guys...
think we're gonna end this shit, nigga?
Okay. Oh, all right. Say less. We can keep going now. You got it, pimp.
That's fucked up when you know you just got to bow out. Like,
Yeah, that's
just
Mike.
keep on, nigga.
And this need to be told. That people need to know this. That there's people out in the world that the whole consistence of life is to help people.
Yeah.
I know you'll look at them think that they had their day, but their whole purpose now is to help people.
Yeah.
They talking to Facebook and Google and negotiating things for, you know, for the people that, you know, the world forgot about. You know, it's a bunch of people out here that the world forgot about, and y'all trying
But
to
they're not
hold
gonna
us down.
forget about them now.
Yeah.
That's
what
why
I'm talking
these
about.
gentlemen are here.
Yes.
I appreciate
And that's what it's
that.
about,
That
man.
shit
You know,
big.
just connecting, man. And I remember they called me one time, put me in a line with some people from Facebook, right? I'm like, yo, from Facebook? They got me, they're like, yeah, Wallo, we like your stuff. I'm like, he like, no, this Facebook. I said, Facebook? He said, yeah, they breaking my stuff down. Yeah, what's the name, file? We got to do something. We got to figure it out. I'm talking about these dudes that walk the yard. These dudes that a piece of paper might say that they something else than what they really are, because we never get a shot. When that paperwork come through, once that paperwork hit, and that ink dry on that paper, and you in that system, a lot of times, a lot of people never could come back from that and don't get a shot because that documentation will you know,
Follow you.
It'll follow you, and you'll grow outside of that individual that you was when the ink dried. You'll become something else, and now it's like, Oh no, you
You
can't
still
do
that person.
You still that person, and we gonna make sure you still that person, because we gonna put you in conditions and send you back to the environment that produced that person, even though you might have elevated. So you take you gotta really be strong to be able to say tomorrow's gonna be better than yesterday, and try to do new things and be brave enough to say, you know what, I know I don't know too much about this field, but I know enough.
Right.
And I know that they commercials ain't gonna never die. I know advertising ain't gonna never die, and I know that we need a place up in here. And that's major, man. That's some major shit.
I remember when I was first in prison. And when I first got there, I was a thick guy. I was just mad, fighting, kicking, everything. And then a year and a half goes by. Hey, I won the perfect prisoner award or whatever it is. I'm the guy, and everybody loves me now. I got a girlfriend that's one of the guards and stuff. Yeah, so everybody loves me now. I don't want to even go home no more. Everything's good. Right? And man, I'm just thinking to myself, why would I want to go home? Do they have this right here?
Right.
But anyway, that part of my life was just, if I didn't go to prison, I'd be dead. That's the best part of the best thing ever happened to me. All my friends would die. So prison was the best thing that ever happened to me. And I had fun too, but this is what I wanted to say. Remember when I went there, before I got cool, became the Dawn there, I got into a couple of write-ups. And so while I'm doing it now, I'm getting ready to go home in a month. And they say, hey, champ, come over here. You're a hell of a guy. But you know, remember in the beginning, we had to write you up and we had another year to you.
You lost some good time, man.
I said, yeah,
You fucked up your good
no,
time.
but the guy's my friend though. I used to fight with him, but after we became friends, he would bring me food and stuff, and they said, hey, remember that early in when you first came here, right up, he said, hey, I had to give you an extra year, but I know you can work it off. I believe in you, Mike. And I'm saying,
Walk that shit down.
But after we had that altercation, we were like best friends. He would bring me food from out the street, and they go, remember when you were acting out when you first got here? And
He walked up on Mike and said,
I need that year.
He walked up on Mike and said, Mike, remember that body shot you hit me with?
No question.
I put an extra year on it.
No,
I had to walk that body shot
I
off.
went myself. I started
You
crying.
get it.
But then you say you wanted to stay there,
right
Mike?
hook.
You was like,
Well, yeah, after when they said, Mike, all the helicopters you hear in the prison, they're waiting for you all the lights, they're waiting for you to come out. And I was already institutional. I had my girlfriend, and we were chilling out. I would pay for her house and everything.
Yeah.
You know, it was all good, right? And then, hey, you gotta go. And it was frightening for me to leave.
Damn.
It was frightening. You go there, all the cameras see you, planes everywhere.
Damn.
Just like a piece of meat.
yeah.
I was safer in prison. Listen, I went in, this is the deal. In prison, I was worth like $300 and something million. Out on the street, next thing you know, you're worth $2.
Right.
You know, it's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah.
Did you feel that? Why would you feel that lostness when you came out? Like, or no, because you were so educated. Like you were so educated.
You can't
No,
wait. You must
no,
have
That nigga hit the
No,
ground.
no,
Hit the ground?
I hit the ground, but like people don't understand. Like for me, and I know for a lot of the homeboys I knew, the most scariest day in prison is the day you gotta leave, because everything
Yes.
that motherfucking bad motherfucker that you said you was to your family, your grandma on the phone, yeah, grandma, I changed. Mom, I swear I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You gotta be that nigga now. That motherfucker you said you was, and now you go home and be like, and you like, oh shit, I really gotta go out here in the combat and figure it out. You know, when you know, and the average person might not be like me, might not be like Mike, or might not be like, whereas though they really gotta go out there and hit the ground running and try to get a real job.
Yeah.
And when them no's come, is you gonna chase them yeses and say, damn, you know what, I got 15 no's, but it might be 15 yeses out there with my name on it.
Yes, sir.
So the average person, that shit might trigger him when them no's hit, man, fuck it, I'm going to get high, or fuck it, I'm going to go get a package. Or fuck it, I'm going back to get with the homies. Because it's like, man, shit, because it's already marketed that you ain't got a chance when you come home from jail. So now motherfucker like, damn, I went to Rite Aid, I went to Whole Foods, they said, no, nigga, get out of here. I went here, so it's like,
I'm at the block.
the homie hollered, the
do?
homie said he got that package. Homie like, what's up? I'm living in my crib with my mom or my grandma or my girl. My girl might be like, yeah, baby, don't worry about nothing. A month and a half come around and ring, like, damn, nigga, what you gonna do?
Dude, yeah.
You know,
You gotta hear, I'm pregnant.
listen, I'm pregnant. One thing about a sister, she gonna say some shit that you need to, you know, like I'm saying, you laying up in this motherfucker eating all this food, like what you doing?
Yeah.
Like you drinking Raheem Juicy Juices.
Yeah, no, for real.
You got the lights.
How you gonna pay this? Who gonna pay this bill?
Listen, and you know what's crazy, man?
All you doing is
This
putting
was
fucking
crazy.
dents in the sofa, nigga.
And you gotta understand this. When you in
Denting
jail,
up the couch, nigga. Get up.
when you in jail, you got different appetite. Because when you in jail, you work in the kitchen. A motherfucker in jail go down in the kitchen and eat a loaf of bread. Mm-hmm. Like it ain't nothing. So you come back in there, you putting dents in loaf of bread, you eating a half a box of cereal.
Yeah.
You like your meals is stronger.
Yeah.
You eating 5.5 oodles and noodles. You know what I mean? Using everything. You doing all this dumb shit in the crib. You got your robe on. You got your flip flop. You got everything. You in there comfortable.
Yeah.
She like, hold up. I keep going. She a nursing aide or whatever. She going to come back and work. You laid up in there like this, feet up.
All the bread gone.
Now she went to work. She come home. You want to fuck, get your dick sucked and all. She like, and then she hits you with that joint like what you doing? When you gonna start bringing some money in here? And that shit hit you in your heart. It hit you in your heart deep.
No, you never heard this one. Hey, if you don't give me no money, I'm gonna take the babies and go to welfare.
Oh, it's a rap.
And you don't have any money, but I don't know how I managed to get $20,000 over there.
That's one nigga up in the back.
You gonna bust a move.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, you made it the fuck happen.
Yeah.
When they say
Man,
that
if you don't
shit,
give me no money, I'm going to take the kids. I'm going to stand on welfare line. What?
that shit be hard.
One of these watches gotta go home. Stop.
Somebody
Yeah.
gotta go. That shit be real, man. But you know, it is what it is. It's life, man. And we all living and trying to figure this shit out as we go. You know?
True.
And we got to start putting each other on, though. I think that's a huge thing. Like, when we talk about, we always was raised, don't introduce nobody to your plug. What I learned from white folks in the corporate world, they'd be like, you got to meet my friend Vincent.
Yeah.
He's amazing. Like,
No,
they'll put you in a group text in a heartbeat. So I'll be like, yo, how do I do that shit for my people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wallo,
Yeah.
y'all
True.
want to do something about what? Okay.
Crabs
I got
in the
the perfect
barrel.
person for
This is
that.
how you do that.
Everybody
This-
in every
no.
brand, when y'all don't even know. Everybody in the culture, when y'all don't see, you guys are in breach. We trying to
No,
get for you.
this is how you get this stuff. You guys have to have annual meetings. Have annual picnics or something in entertainment where you all can get together. Then eventually you're gonna have little talk and then work it out to eventually it'll be big talk and big businesses. It's all about getting to know one another. Every one of you, all of the rich guys all know about each other, but they have never met each other. They want to meet each other, but they don't. They got egos. They don't want to say, "Hey, I'm Bob." So they want somebody that has
Yeah, that middleman.
relationships. Yeah, introduced. I learned that. You know, I'm around all these rich white guys, and they're not friendly to each other. You know, the only way they're friendly is from me. They know me, and they never talk to. They all know who each other is from the corporation, but they never talk to each other before. And then I think that's what we should do. We should always have some kind of rapport with one another. We should always talk to each other about investments, everything. It's just like having a team.
Like, what's the play? What should we be doing?
Yeah.
Where y'all at? What y'all trying to do? Oh, I got somebody for that. I got the funding. I got something for
Our boys
that.
should be in. We should have somebody in the stock market, and he should be giving us the numbers. We should always be able to talk. Everybody should always be willing to talk to each other. We don't have that. Everybody wants to do it, but they have no way of doing it. No way of being introduced to one another. That's what I see. Everybody wants to know each other, but they don't know how to. They don't want to.
The intro game.
Yeah, they don't want to go, but they're gonna think they're weak if they go
Yeah,
over
the
there.
pride.
shit,
The
yeah.
pride. Yep. That's real. That's real, but
It's
fellas.
so shallow.
It is.
It's
it
real,
is.
but it's shallow.
It is shallow. But I also think, ego's the enemy. You know what I mean? Like, ego's the enemy.
To a certain degree.
To a certain degree.
When you start listening to him, then he's the enemy.
It's facts. Well, Wallo Gillie, thank you so much.
This is really awesome show.
This is awesome, man.
I
This is
never
awesome.
know it was going to come to this kind of depth. I just saw you on there bullying people on television.
I see him spiking the ball. I see him spiking the ball with Coach Prime. I'm like, damn.
No, I see him beat the shit out of a nigga in the store. I seen shit like that when I was a kid. Nigga getting his ass beat in the Spanish store, right? Were they Arabs or Spanish guys? What were they? Some Arabs?
What was they, cuz?
He was Spanish.
No, I'm talking, I know the guy
Let's talk
was
about this.
Spanish.
Before we end this, what
I'm
happened?
talking
What
about the
happened?
guy that ran the store. Was it Arabs? Was the Arab
About a
dude?
slap. It was just a slap, but it wasn't nothing. It was.
No, but it was really disrespectful smack. It was smack where if he did that,
He smacked him so hard.
if he did that to me, I would come back. I would go home and come back. I'm gonna go home and come back.
Yeah, you gonna get some. Michael gonna come back and work me out.
Tell the truth. Was it equivalent to the nip slap?
Nah, nigga. Nah, this is really disgusting.
He said it was disgusting.
It was. You shouldn't have did that to a human being. That's real. That was listen, because he played the role of a really ruthless motherfucker.
Yeah.
He has played that role. That's why I didn't like him. I thought that nigga's ruthless, disgusting, and mean.
You got Mike Tyson.
But you played that. No, why? Because he played that ruthless drug dealer role. He feel like he didn't give a fuck. I'm the fucking enforcer. And then when he was beating that guy's ass in the store, I said, "Fuck, man, he shouldn't have did
really that dude in real life.
I was saying he shouldn't have did that.
You said dude gonna shoot the shit out of him.
Oh, I knew he was gonna get it.
Get shot.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna get it.
Shoot him till his shirt catch
Hey,
on
listen.
fire.
They hot too. Those bullets are hot.
They hot as shit. I'm telling you, all the youngins out there, listen to me.
Screaming.
I tell you firsthand.
Yeah, you screaming that shit, hot shit.
Don't get shot. I tell you
Not get that hot
firsthand,
shit.
please stay out the way. To all the youngins.
You ever see those guys that get shot in the head and their heads all this way and that way? You saw that shit before.
I seen that
But
shit.
they still have their life. You know, they still have their life.
Well, there you have it. You heard it here first, youngins. Stay off them streets, don't get shot. Make your bread, stay safe.
Please.
This is Hotboxin with Mike Tyson. I'm Bash, the co-host. Wallo and Gillie, our guests.
And the crew.
Thank you so much.
Concreate, don't forget that.
Concreate, next
Yeah.
people.
Out here creating opportunities.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for
Helping
joining
people
us.
of color.
Yes, sir. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all for having us, man.
Wishing you nothing but continued success and
I
blessings.
wish you the best of luck.
What do you want to say to those people?
It's never too late to be great, and tomorrow's going to be better than yesterday. I come from a place where, as though I was counted out early in the game. A lot of us here on this, all right here, was counted out, but we figured out a way to make it. Believe in yourself. Don't be entitled. Go out there and put that hard work in, and the workers win in the end, right? The people that's willing to work, the people that's willing to develop themselves and realize that they don't know everything, and the people that's willing to learn. If you're willing to learn out there, you got a fucking shot. And one of the biggest things I could tell you is fuck what they think. Don't base your life off of somebody else. Don't let somebody else's opinion be a remote control to your life. Don't be pimped by people's future perceptions of you. Get out there, fucking live the way you know how to live. I can't tell you how to live. Mike can't tell you how to live. Concrete can't tell you how to live. You know. And if you feel it, you fucking live it. It's just like that.
Like that.
It's just like that.
Just like that.